Greetings, Willow here. I wanted to reach out to you today to talk about Mercury retrograde that's coming up that everybody is already talking about, worrying about. I can let you know that this Mercury retrograde is actually something you can work with and that it doesn't have to be that bad. So the positive side of this Mercury retrograde is that it is going to be kind of like a mental summer refreshment. It's like a way to get closure and to clear the path for new things. So it's not really a bad thing. Yes, we may have to deal with some exes, but you could be the ex that's asking, for forgiveness. Maybe you're going to write an apology. There are different things that can actually work in your favor during a Mercury retrograde. So yes, our communication can be off. Yes, technology may not work. So you're going to have to double check your emails and your texts and make sure calls are going through and that people are getting messages that are correct. You could collect data though. This is a great time to collect intel and information. You just don't want to share it until after Mercury goes back into direct. So right now, we are still what is in the shadow period before Mercury retrograde. Some people liken it to PMS. So we're going through moodiness and irritability and pain and just all kinds of stuff leading up to the Mercury retrograde that actually starts on July 7th. And we're going to be in Mercury retrograde, but luckily it's in Cancer. And so that makes it a lot more mild of a Mercury retrograde to start with. And it's only going to last until July 31st. After that, we're going to have another couple of weeks of another shadow period as it completely dissipates. But during this time, use it to your advantage. From July 7th to July 31st, gather information. Pay attention though, don't share gossip, but listen. You could find out a lot of good information during this Mercury retrograde. You just don't want to say anything till after Mercury goes direct again on the 31st. So don't freak out over it. It's not that bad, guys. Use it to kind of clear some stuff up. Purge yourself of things. Get closure. It's not a bad time. Just pay attention to your communication and technical stuff. But other than that, it's not going to be a horrible Mercury retrograde, so try to relax a bit. We've got enough energies going on right now that I talked about in my last video. I think we need to just start to relax a little bit. Use this time during the retrograde for meditation. That is a great thing to use Mercury retrograde for. Do more meditation. Maybe you're going to, do it in the morning and in the evening. If you're not, if you're already doing it one time a day, maybe you'll do it 2 times a day. But it's a great thing to use Mercury retrograde for, is to meditate, connect more with your higher self and figure out some past stuff. Maybe you're going to find your closure finally. So don't freak out too much. But the other reason I wanted to get with you today is I did not do a video of a reading for you for this week, but I thought I would do one since we're still in the new moon energy. And I'm just going to do a basic, a few days here. Let's look at the new moon, and let's take this up until Mercury retrograde. So right now we're at the 3rd. Let's just do a reading from today, the 3rd, through the 7th, and see some advice from the divine source. So we've got a few days here, but let's see what she might have to tell us, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get the card shuffling here for us. I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot again today. And we'll just see, maybe she's got some advice for Mercury retrograde for us. Maybe she's got some advice just for us for the next few days to help us get through some of this energy that we're still feeling. Maybe something that can enlighten us or just cheer us up a bit. So let's just see what's going on here. All right. Divine Source, Divine Mother, all that is, we ask for your guidance and your direction. We ask for you to bless us now and all the way through Mercury retrograde. Help guide us so that we know how to handle it and what we need to focus on. Thank you so much, Mother. So mote it be. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull 7 cards. Like I've said before, it isn't really about day by day. This is just a conglomeration of some energy. And I just want to take a look at the next 4 to 5 days. So let's go ahead and pull 7 cards, just see what's coming up. Okay. So the first card that we have here is the 5 of Swords. Now the 5 of Swords is a good card for communication. It says that through our communication, we can gain some victories. So it is really time to think about our words before we use them. And especially coming into Mercury retrograde, choosing our words carefully so they're not misconstrued is a good thing. So paying attention to our words will gain us victory, okay? Now the next one is the Hermit. And the Hermit is a good time to reflect on the past. And because of Mercury retrograde, it is about exes. It's about clearing up the past and finding closure. This is a great card for us. So let's take time through meditation to reflect on some of our past lessons, past situations that maybe we need to evaluate and find some answers to. So meditate on some things from the past. Now it is still a good time over the next few days and going into the retrograde. We have the 6 of Cups, and this is harmony with people that are close to us. So just make sure that when you are speaking to your friends that you are using your words carefully. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but use this time to connect as well and reassure each other that the retrograde is not going to be so horrible. And just be there. That Cancer energy is really about family and home and compassion. So let's also focus on that as well, because that's where Mercury will be. Okay. Now, when it comes to closure, we can look here at this reversed Ace of Cups. So there might be some things that just don't benefit you like they once did. They're just not a real good match for you now. And like I said, this is a great time to get closure. So that might be why this card's coming up reversed. You might need to let go, clear it out so that you can have this clear path for the next part of your journey after the retrograde ends. Now, it's not going to be a time of a lot of action because we know how retrogrades work. We're kind of going backwards. But it is a time to gather information and gather resources without getting confused with words and technology. So like I said, it's important to gather data and information so that you can have a good harvest once that retrograde ends at the end of July on the 31st. Okay? Now, you may find some opposition, some difficulty, but that I think is retrograde Mercury. So when we have that card, the 7 of Wands reversed, yeah, you're going to probably have a little bit of opposition, mainly just having to deal with technology, your words not getting out like they need to. Things might not be going through the way they need to, so it is going to be imperative that you follow up on your emails, follow up on your phone calls and texts. Make sure everything's getting through there. And our final one here is the Queen of Cups. Now, she is really in reverse to make us look inward and nurture ourselves during this period of time. So no reason to freak out. We just need to kind of focus on our own selves, get rid of things from our past that don't benefit us anymore, and focus on ourselves. So meditation is really good right now. Just collect information without sharing it yet, okay? So that's what we have to start with. So I'm going to pull a few more cards for us. Okay, so our next one is the Empress. So when we're looking at her, she is about using our creativity, and we have to think outside the box, and sometimes even more so when we're in Mercury retrograde. So it's not about really starting anything right now, but get the information necessary to begin something once Mercury is back direct. So right now, gather what you need, gather the resources, the information that you need to start something fresh at the end of July. And it is time to still manifest things. You can manifest any day of the year. So even when Mercury is retrograde, still focus on the positive. Focus on the goals you want to reach. Focus on those things you'd like to have in your life. You may not act upon anything, but to visualize it and to meditate on it, still do it. It is not going to hurt anything. Things might be a little bit slower. Doesn't mean they're completely at a standstill. So go ahead and continue to manifest. Pay attention also to your intuition, your gut feeling, and your dreams during this time, because there still can be messages coming in from the divine and also from your spirit guides. But overall, this is a great time to end all the drama and end all the chaos. And we do that by being cautious about how we use our words, because remember, communication can be off during the retrograde time. So just remember to not cause drama and not allow drama into your life. I always tell people, all my clients, I'm like, look, don't allow drama in your life. Just remember this phrase, it's not my monkey, not my circus. And I always tell them, because I know my monkeys, they fly. And I always know my monkeys. And so I just don't let drama in my life. And you shouldn't either. So that's what I've got for you for a reading today. And I hope that helps to kind of maybe ease you into Mercury retrograde without having to freak out. I know we've had some rough energies, you know, all the way back like June 19th, even before that, we've had some rough time. So now is the time to relax, just do more meditation, maybe find some closure. If you need to, you know, ask for forgiveness, maybe it's time to write the apology, but maybe not send it until on the 31st of July. Let that energy go back direct. When Mercury's direct, your message will come across better and you will gain victory because of the words you choose. So now's a great time to think about how you want to share that information. And don't be surprised if exes try to come back into your life looking for their closure as well. And it's okay to give them closure. Everybody needs that so that we can move on in our path, on our life, and, you know, just become better people. But no reason to freak out, no reason to fret just because Mercury's going in retrograde. This is going to be a more mild Mercury retrograde this time. So just relax, breathe through it. And if you're seeking a personal reading, of course, contact me through my website, willowlamashant.com, and we can schedule that appointment for you. And always follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All my links are down below in this video. And if you really like my videos and you enjoy me coming to you periodically, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and share it with your friends. My whole idea here is not to make money on YouTube, but it sure is to reach the masses. I chose this as my platform to reach more people, to help more people. And that's what I'm here to do. And I hope it helps you every time I come to you. And until next time, Be blessed.